All right, we got a 2019 and a 2025 Mini Countryman. Let's see some of the bigger differences between the two vehicles. Of course, the 2025 is bigger, riding on 20s versus 18s, but those headlamps, they are so different now. Much more squared off. No fog lamps on the new one. They're both Countryman S's. They both have a 2-liter 4-cylinder. But yeah, it's wow. You can see just how much bigger it is in the back here. Actually, let's take a look in the front. Okay. Maybe the new one's a little bit further back, but still, like, it's not that far back. The taillights on the old one, they're definitely a lot more cutesy. The new one looks very squared off in comparison. It's almost like maybe a little too boxy on the new one. I don't know. You got your exhaust on the bottom on the old one. New, you don't see anything underneath. Let's take a look at trunk space. $2025, this is actually quite big, and for the previous gen, definitely smaller, but the load lip, that is definitely lower. So it's easier to load in if you have heavier items. The rear bench is still 40-20-40, which is cool. You do get more storage underneath and a spare tire. Let's take a look at this. I love this floor mat. Oh, right. This has the accessory thing where you can have the leather stick out. I want to showcase how that works. Ooh, padded. Then you can use it as a seat because it's like a Range Rover or Bentley Bentayga or Rolls Royce. That's important. Rear seats first. Let's see. Ooh, doors open pretty wide. This does have the optional leather package, so the seats are nicer, quilted. And if I go to the other side, yep, these seats, I mean, they're nice, but not leather, that's for sure. I feel like you get just as much space in the rear. Yay much. Yay much. The front seats are moved kind of to what my seating position would be. The front seats, of course, the old one does have the the thigh cushion, which is extendable. A BMW trait, which the new one does not get. I do like the quilting on this. This looks fancier. You do have BMW switchgear, like the shifter, the sat-nav controls and whatnot, but still very mini-esque with all the buttons. Very traditional, some may say. Screen is still in the center, but you do get a cluster in the middle. But if we look at the new one, let's see how this is going to work. Nope. Yeah, you don't have a lot of stuff. They cleaned it up on the inside, so no more cluster, just a heads-up display. You have a heads-up display on the old one as well. But the infotainment is this big round OLED. And everything in the center is gone. You get this part here, which is not removable. I mean, you can. There's screws underneath, but not like you will. So it kind of stays there. Charge points are there. This only moves forward and back. It doesn't go up, which is kind of weird. Qi charger is there. In the center, like, you got your experience buttons and whatnot. Oh, the turn key is actually kind of cool. Start and stop buttons right here. It's kind of like a switch. Whereas on the old one, the start stop is just a button pressed down. I mean, basically the same, right? I drove them back to back, and I can tell you that the new one, it rides better than the old one. The old one feels more like a Mini. It's a little bit more twitchy compared to this, but you definitely get more power. Like, yeah, you just get more power on the new one, obviously. One thing I do want to check out is every new Mini, they don't have paddle shifters anymore. So there's nothing behind there. And no, it's not on the shifter, because the shifter is this little toggle thing. You just put it in low. Whereas on the old one, at least, while no paddle shifter is there, you still get your Tiptronic function right here on the shifter itself. So, don't know why they got rid of that. Center console is actually decent, and you actually get a little bit of space, and that's your wireless charger, which, let's be honest, doesn't work really well. But it's a 2019 vehicle, you kind of expect it. You still get the proximity door locks. Same thing on the new one. Hey, this button's exactly the same. I think it's exactly the same. Maybe check some part numbers, because oh, whoops, I forgot about that. There we go. Just a quick walk around. What do you think? New, old? There's something about these taillights that I kind of like, but also don't at the same time, especially comparing to these. This is just Mini. Like, when I look at this, I know it's a Mini. But when I look at this, I mean, if you cover up the badge, is that a Mini? I don't know. They added this part. This is kind of nice. This is just all plastic. There's no real reason why that's there. It's just to follow this line. Yeah. Even the mirrors. Cutesy. Not as cutesy. Is it worth the upgrade to the new one if you have this? I don't know. I think a lot of people that's looking at this, they'll probably be pretty happy with their current version, the Gen 2 of the Countryman. They won't really look at the Gen 3 as an upgrade. I mean, it's just so different compared to before. Right? Is that... I don't know. You let me know in the comments. But I think that's a decent walk around.